Hi, welcome to the third part of the Exasol Kafka Connector Extension series. In this part, I am going to show you how to import data from Microsoft Azure Event Hubs into an Exasol table. So let's get started. What is Azure Event Hubs? Azure Event Hubs is a fully managed, real-time and scalable data ingestion service. It is well integrated with Apache Kafka API. So all the existing Kafka clients and applications can seamlessly communicate with Event Hubs without any code change. That means we can use Exasol Kafka Connector Extension to import data from it. Azure Event Hubs provides managed Kafka experience without having to manage your own clusters. Let me now show you how to integrate Azure Event Hubs with Exasol database using Kafka Connector Extension. For this demo, I have already started Exasol database, and I have created Azure Event Hubs namespace and an event hub. An event hub is the same as a topic in Kafka clusters. Also, please keep in mind to choose standard or premium pricing when creating an event hubs. There is also basic pricing tier, but at the time of this recording, it does not support Apache Kafka API. Similarly, as we did before, I have uploaded and prepared the Exasol Kafka connector. Now let us send some records to Event Hubs and import them into Exasol table. So here you can find a documentation about Azure Event Hubs in Docs Microsoft Azure Event Hubs webpage. Here you can read about how to create Azure Event Hubs namespace or how to create Azure Event Hubs. Additionally, you can read about the integration with Apache Kafka applications. So here in Concepts, Event Hubs for Apache Kafka. The documentation also provides two ways to connect to the Event Hubs from Kafka applications. For this demo, I am going to use Shared Access Signature method. Here I am on Azure Event Hubs portal. As you can see, I already created Event Hubs, but if you would like to follow, you can go to the All Services, go to the Analytics and click on the Event Hubs. And here you can click on the Create button to create an Event Hubs namespace. And to create an Event Hub, you can go to the Entities and click on Event Hubs, and then you can add a new Event Hub. For this demo, I have already created one. So now let us send some data into our Event Hubs. Here I have created small Node.js application that sends some data into Event Hubs. So let's start that. I'm going to write hello world and let's write Kafka. So we sent 3 records into the Event Hub. Now let us import those records. Here I have an already running Exasol database, so let's make sure it's still running. Okay, looks good. Now we should create an Exasol table that stores Azure Event Hubs data. Here I create a table with a single column and additional metadata columns. Okay, let's run this. Okay, we created a table. Now we are going to connect to Azure Event Hubs using Secure Communication Protocol, namely Exasol TLS protocol. In Exasol, we store secure parameters using database connection object. So let's create a connection object that stores and provides required credentials. To do so, we need to replace this placeholder parameter with Event Hubs namespace connection string. So let's get that. So here in Azure portal, I go to my Event Hubs and I go to the Shared Access Policies. Click on Root Managed Shared Access Key. And here I copy connection string primary key. And let's replace this with that value. Okay. And let's create our connection object. Okay, looks good. Now we can run our import from Azure Event Hubs. To do so, I first replace these placeholders. So the first one is Event Hubs namespace host name. Let's obtain that also. We go to the Azure Event Hubs in the portal and go to the overview, and here you can see the namespace host name. Let's copy this and replace here in our import statement. Additionally, we need to also update our Event Hub name. For us, it was Demo Event Hub. As you can see, I also added additional parameters to our import statement. For example, we specify that the record value format is a string in order to tell the importer that we are not importing our data, and we also specify the security protocol and the connection name and the connection separator. Connection separator maps to the character we put in between key value pairs when we're creating the connection object. So let's run the import. As you can see, we imported our 3 records. Let's confirm that they are in the table. As you can see, we imported Hello, Kafka, and Word. Let us send some more records. For example, Azure and Exasol. And let us import those. And we imported the new records. Let's confirm that. As you can see, we imported Azure and Exasol. But what happens if we run the import again? So we expect no more new records. As expected, we didn't import any records because there were no new records in the Azure Event Hubs. So to conclude, in this part, we sent some data to Azure Event Hubs and we created Exasol connection object to store and provide secure credentials. We also created an Exasol table that maps to the Event Hubs data. And finally, we imported data from Azure Event Hubs into an Exasol table. In the following video, I am going to show you how to import data from Amazon Web Services managed streaming for Apache Kafka service. Thank you for watching and goodbye.